Greetings, this is Mike, and welcome to the channel. My ride is a 2024 Kawasaki Z650RS, finished in ebony and metallic carbon gray. This was the only color scheme available in the United States for the 2024 model year. And I have named the bike Zorro due to its black color scheme and Z graphic on the fuel tank. Some of the accessories I have added are a black metal grab rail, T-Rex racing frame and axle sliders, radiator guard, aluminum oil filler cap, and I have upgraded the horn. Otherwise, the motorcycle is stock. With that being said, let's get started with our ride. Kick the kickstand up, and let's get the bike started. And away we go. This is a little industrial complex that I like to start out my rides. Good place to practice my low speed handling. It's a pretty empty parking lot on weekends. All clear. So I'm going to do a little pull here as we accelerate. I'm still a newish rider, so there are some times where I still mess up the shifting. But overall, this bike is pretty friendly. I enjoy it a lot. Very comfortable, and easy to learn on. Switching lanes, and this bike is perfectly happy just cruising around or ripping it up. This part of Reno is very industrial, so there's a lot of warehouses and different businesses around this area. We're going to head towards downtown Reno, so we're going to fast forward a bit to a different part of McCarran. This is kind of like a ring road around the city, so if you kept going, it'll just continue in circles. Alright, I'm giving it a little more gas than before. Try to enjoy myself. Keep it in the speed limit, of course, and clear the traffic behind me. Pretty nice autumn day. No real clouds. We are approaching the University of Nevada campus, so when we turn on Virginia Street, we're getting a pretty nice view of the area. The Z650RS is fairly smooth around this RPM, doesn't really buzz all that much. I'm 5'6", the ergonomics suit me pretty well. It's not too tall, and I'm not scrunched up or anything while sitting on it. We're going to make a left here on Virginia Street. Green light. Alright, here we go. Making our left turn. Checking my mirrors to make sure I'm not going to run over by a car. I'm not too familiar with the layout of the campus here because I didn't go to school here. I actually went to the rival of UNR. I attended college down in Las Vegas. Go Rebels! Just from my observation, these look like dorms. Fall colors are looking pretty good right now with the red leaves on those trees. Fall is pretty one of the more scenic seasons, I guess, because of different colors that you see. There's a little mini roundabout. I'm gonna enter here. I would imagine that this campus is getting a lot more busy on weekdays, but since we're on a Saturday, it's not too bad. A lot of these buildings look new. There's some older, I guess, residences for the students. Some of the buildings look new to me. I'm not here too often. But it's a nice little college area, I guess. We're approaching a footbridge that has University of Nevada, Reno, home of the Wolfpack. In the distance, you could see Downtown Reno, with its famous casinos. The first one that we're going to come up to is Circus. But before we get there, we're going to cross Interstate 80 after the stoplight. Interstate 80 is one of the longest highways and freeways in America. It stretches from San Francisco, and I believe it goes all the way to New York. Geez, that car in front of me has a smoking problem. Puff of blue smoke from it. Okay, this is Virginia Street, the start of the downtown casino district here in Reno. To the right is basically the parking garage for Circus, and the casino itself. There's a tire shop to the left. There's some nice murals to the right of the Circus building. Checking my mirrors. Make sure there's no car coming up there. California license plates in front of me. Feels like I'm in a different state than my own. We got some folks enjoying the morning, walking on the sidewalk there. It's actually starting to get warmer than I expected. When I set off in the morning, it was still pretty chilly, so I have my winter gloves on instead of my summer gloves. And that's the entrance to the Silver Legacy on the right. It's the middle casino of the trio of casinos, also known as the Row. That's the Circus, the Silver Legacy, and the El Dorado. Unfortunately, I wanted to go straight where the Reno Arch is, but there was an event that closed the street. I believe it was an antique fair of some sort, so we were forced to make a turn here. Here's the entrance to El Dorado. While we couldn't go under the main Reno Arch, there is a second Reno Arch, a little bit lesser known. It was actually an older version of the Reno Arch, so we're going to go see that as we proceed on our route. More California license plates, look at that. Even that BMW has a California plate. Oh, classic car alert. You got, looks like a Corvette. I didn't get a good look at it because I was not sure when the light will turn green. But it was pretty good sounding V8. Somebody scooter in the middle of the road there. More parts of downtown Reno. To the left of the intersection, I believe, is the Reno Event Center. Concerts and other events happen there. Big building on the right, I believe, is something to do with bowling. And away you go. And I messed up the ship here. I accidentally went to neutral. Still a bit of a newbie, so I'm still trying to get it perfect, but I'm getting better. Lots of fall leaves on the ground there, so I have to be careful. To the left is actually a big bus terminal. It's actually pretty neat to see. There's like a giant bus sculpture in front of it. They've been trying to fix up downtown Reno for a bit, so there's a lot of new residential apartments being built. And we are now approaching where the old Reno Arch is. As we cross this bridge, there it is. The biggest little city in the world. To the left is the National Automobile Museum. I personally haven't been in there, but one day I'm gonna check it out. Looks pretty big. Alright, so this ends this portion of the video of downtown Reno. We're gonna explore some more in a different video. Hopefully when there isn't an event, so we can go down the Reno Arch and see more of it. Cross the Truckee River on the bridge. So now we're gonna head to one of my favorite little country lanes, country roads here in Reno. So we're gonna advance to where it begins. It's not a fast, twisty road, but for me it's nice and chill, scenic, pretty enjoyable. So, and downshift, and there's some cyclists on the road. No cars incoming, so I'm riding the middle lane there. Sometimes these cyclists just jump out, so I gotta be careful. There's one more, we're clear. Pick up the pace a bit. Luckily there's no car in front of me, so I can just enjoy my ride here. Speed limit's not all that fast, but that's kind of the point. It's just a nice scenic route through the country. But the funny thing is, this is actually kind of in the middle of the city. In the distance are the Sierra Nevadas. You can see there's a little bit of snow forming on top. We had some rain during the week and poured some snow on top of the mountains up there. As we round this bend, this is where like these big ranch homes begin. With these, like on the right there, has like columns on that building, that house. A lot of people here have horses and other livestock. So it doesn't feel like we're in the middle of the city, but living out in the country. Oh, gotta watch for that BMW there. There are times that there's some cars that just pop out of the stop sign, so you gotta be careful. Just enjoying the sights here. .35-mile-an-hour speed limit, so it's nothing too crazy. Lots of different color leaves now. I love the analog gauges on the Z650RS. Gives it that real legitimate classic look. I'm not too keen on the LCD in the middle, but it does its job. Has gear indicator, fuel gauge, temp gauge. That does what I need. Wish it was just prettier though. But perfectly functional. Somebody jogging over there. We got some curves coming up. Oh, some cows on the left there. The mirrors are pretty good on this bike. I can see fine behind me to the side. I think they matched the aesthetic. Couple downshifts. Rounding the bend. Leaning a bit. I have been considering getting bar end mirrors, but I think I'm happy with these, so I might stick with these for a while. Doing some swerve practice with using the manhole covers. I do that every now and then with silencers. Pretty safe. We're gonna turn right here. Just going left will just bring back where close to where we started. Pickup truck. This part of the route's a little narrow, so I guess that's why it has a lower speed limit. The truck in front has to like ride on the center lines because he's pretty wide. Big vehicle. I just like riding like this, just nice and chill, enjoying the scenery. It's fun to discover these little roads on two wheels. You don't have to be going 200 miles an hour, just cruising down this road. It's very therapeutic. Suspension's pretty good. I like it. It's not rough. It absorbs bumps well enough for me. I can't complain. It's nothing fancy. Well, if I have complaints, probably if I wanted to adjust the preload, it's a bit of a pain. You have to pretty much disassemble parts of the bike to get to the spring and adjuster. Gonna make a left here. It is Halloween season. Look at all those jack-o'-lanterns. The bike is pretty lightweight at 412 pounds. Once it's rolling, it doesn't feel hefty at all. Front brakes have pretty good bite. It's not a super bike, but you know, if you clamp down on them, they hold pretty good. They stop pretty good. Clutch is easy to modulate. There are times when I do rev matching where I don't time it perfectly, but most of the time, yeah, it's easy to use. pretty friendly. I haven't mastered the art of the footless stop with this bike yet, so we're doing full stops. There was a car in front of me that was going really slow, so there was nobody behind me. I just kind of didn't want to run up to them pretty quick, so that's why I didn't accelerate all that quick. Well, we're approaching the end of this route as we start getting back into, I guess what would be called civilization. More of a typical city feel. And some cyclists. Cyclists don't really acknowledge us motorcyclists too much. I mean, every now and then I try to give them a head nod or a wave, but they ignore me. I don't know, maybe they're jealous. I don't have to pedal. So that's all. That's on them, I guess. We are approaching Virginia Street again. This is connected to Downtown Reno. I just went down that way because it's a lot more scenic, more fun. We got grocery stores, restaurants in this area. Waiting for traffic to pass by, and we're going to do a little bit of an acceleration. Here we go. I love the induction sound of this bike. It doesn't have the loudest exhaust or nicest sounding exhaust. For me, that's fine. I don't like loud exhaust, but that induction sound is addicting. I love it. I enjoy it. So thank you for joining me on my ride this morning, and the start of many more journeys that we're going to document here on this channel. A little bonus feature. As we continue here on Virginia Street, it turns into Old 395, Highway 395, and there's a really nice bridge. The Galena Bridge up there. It's one of the major architectural landmarks here in Reno. Just wanted to showcase that before we end the video. Once again, thank you very much for joining me here, and until the next ride, have a good one.